It's a grind mode thing.
This is D from Grind Mode Worldwide Radio, Grind Mode Music Worldwide. We're here today for a special cause. We're with the principal of Woodland Hills High School, Principal Woods.
Yes, sir.
Welcome. Thank you for this time. Would you please introduce yourself to the people and give them a little background information?
First of all, I want to thank you for taking this opportunity to help the school and the district get this cause out. My name is Dr. Philip Woods. I'm the high school principal of Woodland Hills High School located in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Can you explain the Woodland Hills Chromebook drive?
Well, currently, due to the corona pandemic, schools that are not equipped to do virtual instruction cannot teach new material. So we're in the phase of getting our virtual plan approved so that we can teach new material that can be graded so that our students can receive credit and graduate and or progress to the next grade level.
And how long will this drive go on?
The drive has been going on for a week now, and what sparked the drive is initially the governor closed all schools across Pennsylvania for 2 weeks. And during that 2-week time, we tried to teach new material, but because we didn't have an adequate virtual plan, we were told that we cannot teach new material because the information or the new material wasn't being provided to every student in the district. So then at that point, we had to stop teaching new material and make the material voluntary. And then when we made the material voluntary, the students stopped working. So then the school closure was extended to 4 weeks. And at that point is when, talking to district administrators, that we started to develop a virtual plan. But to have that virtual plan, we needed to get one laptop in every household across the district, not just the high school, across the district. So we looked at how many resources or how many devices we had in the district, and we were able to determine that we had 1,200 devices. But that left us a deficiency because we had over 3,000 students district-wide. So we sent a survey out to get a gauge of how many parents or how many students had access to technology at home, and that is how we came up with the need of 700 devices.
Okay, and it actually took us into our next question, which was how many students in your district actually need assistance with assessing virtual instructions?
So after the survey, which was kind of like a baseline data, it was determined that we would have a deficiency of 700 computers or 700 devices. But even as now, as we're handing out the devices, we're learning that we have families who have multiple children in the home, and then we have families where the parents are working from home. So even though on that survey they said they had a device, they didn't realize that in asking that question, it should have been maybe more, was the device available? Because yes, they have a device,
right,
but that parent working from home is using that device. Right. So the device that they said they had really didn't have for educational needs. So then that's what drove the initiative to raise money to help put one laptop in every house in the Woodland Hills community.
No, but that one laptop, if you have a household with multiple students who attend the school, let's say I got 2 high school students, a 9th grader and an 11th grader, would that one device serve for both students, or would each student get their own device?
As it is right now, our plan is to get one device in every home, and that will give us open the door to allow us to teach new material and allow us to grade the material. But that plan, even though it's effective enough to get the new get the new instruction, the plan is proven to be deficient because, as you stated, there are parents and families that have multiple students, and not just multiple students in one school. They have needs where they have a high school student, they have a middle school student,
Right.
they have an elementary student. And even in our initial calculations, we didn't even calculate for students who are out of the district, who go to special needs schools, who go to therapy schools, who are in alternative schools. So then we had to reaccount for them. So our initial plan was the 700 to get one device in every home. Now the next phase is to get one device in every hand. And then that's why this interview is important, because I've been talking to people and they feel like, okay, we raised $100,000. They think we met the mark. That's just the beginning. What we need to do is continue to raise money so that we can make sure the families with multiple needs are being met, so that it's adequate and it's sufficient for everyone.
Why do you feel it's essential for every student to be able to have access to virtual instructions online in this time?
The reason why I feel is adamant, as an individual with a doctorate degree, as an individual who grew up in a low income housing project, the only thing that changed my life was the education. And when I put myself in these students' position and think that they have peers in other districts who are being educated, they have the same people that they're competing for college applications, the same person they're competing for scholarships, the same person they're competing for in the workforce, those individuals in the well-off districts are going to be farther ahead than my students. So that was what drove the passion and initiative, that I was not going to allow the achievement gap to be furthered by our students sitting home idle, not being exposed to new material that could be graded, that could be used towards graduation, that could be used towards promotion. And that single factor alone is what's motivating the initiative to get one device in every hand.
Why do you think it's important for the community to understand and embrace the free, appropriate public education for all children?
So that was actually the free, appropriate public education, also known as FAPE, was what stopped us when we started the initial plan. And a free, appropriate public education, most people think is associated with students with special needs, but it actually covers all students. So even if you look at districts who are providing instruction, that's a gap that we have to address because we're falling behind them. But internally, we cannot add to that gap by giving instruction to certain people and then not giving instruction to all. So then the free, appropriate public education, also known as FAPE, is the driving force to make sure that all students are getting access to this new material. If we were giving them new material and we weren't making an effort to get the new material to everybody, then we would be magnifying or adding to the achievement gap. And as an educator, that's unacceptable.
Absolutely, absolutely. So if people want to support, how can people donate or find additional information about the Woodland Hills Chromebook donation drive?
If an individual would like to donate to support our cause, a donation could be made electronically through the Woodland Hills Foundation, www.woodlandhillsfoundation.com. There's a link there. You hit the link, you hit Chromebook, you can donate via PayPal, debit card, whatever form of electronic transactions that you use. If an individual would like to send a check or a money order, that check or money order can be mailed to Woodland Hills Foundation, care of Chromebook Fund. Checks should be mailed to the Woodland Hills Foundation, P.O. Box 321, Turtle Creek, PA 15145. The Woodland Hills Foundation is approved 501c3, which is tax exempt. So that donation could be used as a tax exemption. And if you make the donation and your company does donation matches, you can have your donation matched by your company.
Awesome, awesome. Well, Dr. Woods, give you your proper accreditation. We really appreciate this opportunity to be able to help support the Woodland Hills School District's initiative to be able to educate all the students, man. I think it's a tremendous thing. People in the community were really urging your support. Now, question, do you have to live in the Woodland Hills School District in order to support this initiative?
No, you do not have to be a resident of Woodland Hills to participate. We received donations from all across the United States.
Excellent, excellent. So if you're out there and you're in position to support, help educate the students of this school district by making that donation to be able to provide a Chromebook laptop for every student that has the ability to be able to get online and receive instructional information during this troubling time. Prayers to all the people, families. You know, we're out here trying to make some things happen. Any last words?
Last words I will say, if you want to make an electronic donation, you could do so at the WillingHillsFoundation.com. Upper right hand corner, there's a link. You hit the link, it takes you to a drop down. At the drop down, click Chromebook Donation Fund. And all I'm asking is just help my students get an education so they could be the future leaders of tomorrow. And then also becoming the future leaders of tomorrow, reach back and not forget that this gesture of how this community and how the alumni supported them, so that when they become successful, they will replay it or play it forward. Thank you very much.
It's a grind mode thing.